All right, here are some basic terms related to money. First thing, income. So any money that we bring in, this is the money we earn. Okay, so generally it comes from a job. It can come from investments that we've made. Gifts would be income. An allowance. So some people are lucky enough to have an allowance. And a pension. So a pension is something that generally older people would have. It is a benefit that you receive after working many years at a particular job. It's generally only offered to government workers these days. Okay, so that's what a pension is. All right, expenses. So an expense is essentially the opposite of income. This is money going out. Right? Not much to really understand about that. Debt. Debt is money we borrow. So it's money. If you borrow money, then it's money you owe. All right. So we may have heard of these in loans. Okay. There's plenty of reasons to go to a bank, get a loan. Credit cards. A credit card is essentially a loan from a bank. The difference between a regular loan and a credit card charges much more interest, and that's basically the fees you pay to borrow that money. Credit cards regularly charge 25 to 27% interest. So that means if you borrowed $1,000 on a credit card and you didn't pay it back for a year, you would owe $1,250. Okay, a home mortgage is just a loan that is on your home. A typical home mortgage is 30 years, so you pay it back in 30 years. Investments. All right, we mentioned investments before. So, an investment is money or time spent for future benefit. So, a savings account. This is a really basic investment account. So, many of you, when you're in high school, if you start making money, you'll want to have a savings account. You put your money in there with a bank, and you will get a very, very, very small interest in turn. So, maybe like a 1% rate. Stocks. Okay. So, a stock is essentially a part of a business. So, any large company is traded on the stock exchange, and anyone can buy parts of them. Real estate. So most people, the largest thing they ever purchase is going to be a house. And it is an investment because property values generally go up. So you buy a house for $100,000, you live there for a few years, maybe sell it in 5 years, and it might be worth $120,000. Okay, education. So this is an area where you're spending money and time. So if you decide to go to Votech school, become a electrician, or you decide to go to college and become an accountant, you're going to spend time and money. And because you put the effort in, you will be able to make more money over your life. All right, finally, a budget. Budgets can be done by different people. So it could be individuals, institutions, businesses, and basically it's a plan. So you want to make sure your income and expenses are thought out ahead of time. The goal is, let's say you do a monthly budget, is that you have less expenses than income. All right, you want your expenses, your income to be a little bit more. Okay, so they can be done weekly, monthly, yearly. All right, so individuals probably will do a monthly budget, and that could break down into a weekly. So you may decide, okay, I make this much money per month. These are my bills, and I have this much spending money left over. And if I don't spend that money, I could put that in the savings. So that is what you do with a budget. Budgets are very important. Lots of people with their own money do not use budgets, and it can lead to being in debt. So you have to be very careful. So yeah, businesses, organizations, individuals have budgets. Okay, so there's some basic terms.